AI research assistants are totally changing the game, aren't they? They're incredibly powerful, but they also push us to make a really critical choice. Do you go for the sheer convenience of the cloud, or do you demand the absolute control of running AI on your own machine? That's the big dilemma we're going to unpack today.
So think about tools like Google's NotebookLM. You've got all these files, right? PDFs, notes, articles, just sitting there. These tools take that pile of stuff and turn it into a living, breathing knowledge base you can actually talk to. You ask it questions, it spits out summaries, and it's all based purely on your documents. It's like a personal genius who's only ever read your library.
Okay, that convenience is amazing, but what's the catch? When you upload your sensitive research, your confidential client notes, your next big idea, where does that data actually go? Who might be able to see it? That, right there, is the central question we really need to dig into. And this brings us right to what we're calling the AI research dilemma. These tools are no doubt fantastic for getting things done, but they also force us to grapple with a whole new set of questions. Questions about privacy, about control, and about what it even means to own your intellectual property anymore. So let's start with the cloud-based world. A great example is Google's NotebookLM. It's super simple, it's powerful, and for a lot of people, just being able to quickly get summaries and answers from a pile of documents is a total game changer. But here's the thing, when you use a cloud service, you are fundamentally relying on the company's promise. Some people call this privacy by policy. You're taking a leap of faith that the company is going to do what their privacy policy says they'll do. And to really understand that promise, we have to get clear on two words that sound similar but are worlds apart: privacy and confidentiality. See, Google promises privacy. That means they're saying, hey, we won't use your files to train our public AI models. But that's not the same as confidentiality, which is a duty to keep your information secret from, well, everyone else. And here's where the fine print really matters. Right there in NotebookLM's own terms, it says that if you give feedback, and that could be as simple as a thumbs up or a thumbs down, you might be giving human reviewers the green light to look at everything: your questions, your private documents, the AI's answers. Suddenly, that policy promise has a very real-world loophole. Now, for a lot of professionals, this is a huge red flag. A lawyer could accidentally break client confidentiality, a researcher might leak information that kills a patent application, a company could expose its secret sauce, all because someone clicked a feedback button. So if that's the risk you run with privacy by policy, what's the other option? Well, it's a completely different philosophy, found in the world of local open source AI, and it's called privacy by architecture. Privacy by architecture isn't about a promise, it's about physics, it's a structural fact. When you run an AI model on your own computer, your data physically, literally, never leaves your machine. It is structurally impossible for a third party to get their hands on it because you never sent it to them to begin with. And listen, this isn't some super nerdy, complicated thing anymore. It's actually gotten incredibly easy. You just install a tool like a Llama that runs the models, you download an open source model, and then you use a nice clean app like Anything LLM to chat with your own documents totally privately. So really, what we're looking at here is a spectrum of control. Some people call it data sovereignty. It all boils down to one question: how much authority do you truly have over your own information? And when you put them side by side, the trade-offs become crystal clear. With a cloud tool, your data lives on a server somewhere in the world with a potential for human access. With a local tool, your data is on your hardware. Access by anyone else is impossible. You could even unplug from the internet completely, go full air gap, and it'll still work. You know, the benefits go way beyond just privacy. Cloud tools are often a black box. It's a sealed unit. You get what they give you. But open source tools are modular. They're like a custom-built PC. You can swap out the AI model, you can tweak the search algorithms, you can fine-tune every single part of the machine to fit your exact needs. So, this decision isn't just about picking the best tech. It's really about choosing the right path for you, based on the kind of work you do, the sensitivity of your data, and your personal tolerance for risk. So which one is it? Look, if you just need quick insights from stuff that isn't sensitive and you just want it to be easy, a cloud tool is a fantastic choice. But if you're dealing with confidential client data, protecting precious intellectual property, or you just need to be in the driver's seat of the whole process, well, the local open source path is really the only way to guarantee that. And that leaves us with one final big question. As these incredible AI tools become a core part of how we work, what kind of researcher, what kind of creator are you going to be? Are you willing to trade a little control for a lot of convenience? Or will you choose to build your own private intellectual sanctuary? In this new age, what does it truly mean to be sovereign over your own knowledge?